Hey guys, so life never goes as you plan it, does it? I spent so much time this week really just busting my butt with Beachbody stuff and trying to get my team up and running. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit behind in things that I typically would do in my life, like meal prepping and even some of my workouts. So just gonna throw that out there, but I am super excited, and all this means is it's just time for me to get back in the wagon. So I'm quickly, because I wanted to do this anyway, and I want to show you guys that this is doable. It's easy to squeeze in eating healthier, even when you have a ton of other things going on. So I'm gonna make some Asian turkey meatballs, and they just have a few ingredients. And as you guys know, whenever I do anything that should have pasta, I'm gonna substitute it for zoodles. Okay, so I just finished up rounding up my ingredients. Now, as I mentioned, I'm a little bit pressed for time today because I just woke up late. So I am going to be taking a couple shortcuts to get everything prepped out. I've got my oven heated, preheating to 500, and I'm going to go ahead and get my meatballs ready to go. And actually, while my meatballs are in the oven, I'm going to set my timer, and I'm going to go work out because guess what? I've got nowhere to go to work out. So I need this is I think a pound of lean ground turkey. You're gonna need 1 egg. Now usually I would use fresh ginger, but I am rushing today, so I'm just gonna substitute the 1 tablespoon of the minced ginger for just this crushed up stuff. And it'll be just as fine. Same thing with garlic. I don't really have time to chop up anything today. We're going to use 3 scallions or green onions. And actually, I'm just going to pull what I pull out and just use the 2 there. I forgot about my cilantro. 1/4 cup of chopped up cilantro. And then I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Honestly, I would stick to a low sodium brand. I'm just using what I have on hand. This is still a pretty decently healthy meal. And then I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Now, I don't recall seeing sesame oil on your on the sheet, and I don't have it in front of me because I am rushing today. But it's just 2 teaspoons of this that I'm going to use, so just a very little amount. I will have to use a little bit more in the dipping sauce that I'm going to make to kind of top it, but we'll go from there. So let me kind of get all this stuff set up and prepped. All I'm going to do is simply combine everything together in a dish, and then get my meatballs rolled up into balls and on a aluminum covered baking sheet, because I don't want to have to deal with cleaning up anything. Sesame oil. So, oopsie, don't make that mistake. Hopefully this still tastes good. Okay, so I'm just gonna massage all this together and make them into little balls and then put them on my baking sheet. Favorite tip for things that are probably gonna be sticky to foil, use this non-stick stuff. It's a lifesaver. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push record and get these meatballs kind of all readied up, only because my hand's gonna be gross now. The recipe that I'm using, it calls for panko breadcrumbs to help the meatballs stay together. I want to bring you guys a completely gluten-free meal, so I am omitting the panko crumbs. So this will be a test to see how well these actually stay together without it. If it totally bombs and they come out and they don't stick together whatsoever, then we will use the 1/4 cup of the panko crumbs the next time going around. That's the oven's preheating, or it's preheated, I should say. But honestly, the balls look like should kind of hold their form. Meatballs, this is a Skinny Taste recipe. By the way, I don't take credit for anything that I make. Most of the stuff is things that I found on the internet, but Skinny Taste is awesome. She pretty much cooks everything that's pretty clean and fresh and low fat. So I have 9 meatballs total. So I'm gonna go ahead, get my hands washed up, and I will be back. Look how good these babies look. So So my meatballs are in the oven, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my sauce made up. This will be the sauce that you'll use to kind of top your zoodles and your turkey meatballs with. And so for that, we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce. And again, guys, I'm eyeballing. You eyeball and pray for the best. I'm gonna use some sesame oil. I love the way that this stuff smells too. And for the sesame oil, is 1.5 teaspoons, so not very much. I'm gonna use a fresh lime. If you were wanting to cheat, you could easily just use some lime juice. That's natural, nothing else added to it. But I got this little cool thing. And honestly, for cleanup, clean up as you go. And this is 1.5 tablespoons. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the whole lime. And it smells delicious. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. It's gonna be 1.5 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna add a little more fresh scallion to this. And I washed this already, so. It for my sauce. So go ahead and give that a stir. I will put this in the fridge so that it kind of gives it time for those flavors to meld together. Alright, so meatballs are in. Meatballs have about 10 minutes to go. I'm going to go ahead and get my zoodles all set up. At this point, what's going to take me the longest is getting the veggetti good and up to go. And again, I'm shortcutting this whole recipe, so typically what I would do with the zoodles is I would do them on the stove, but what I did last week when I dipped my zoodles was I actually did not cook them beforehand. I put them in my Pyrex container and I let them, I just put them in that airtight sealed container last week. And when I was ready to eat them, all I did was added a little bit of water to the zoodles, and I just basically steamed them in the microwave, and they came out great. I think I zapped them for about maybe two minutes to start, and just kind of go from there with your desired level of softness. Okay, so I've got my little container here. I like to heat things in glass when I'm going to heat them. Just kind of separate this out. And honestly, if you don't want your noodles to be super long, what you can do is cut them in half. Don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that right now. And as far as portioning, see how much you can pack into there. So I would call this, with the amount of zoodles that I used, probably 2 greens, okay? Okay, zoodles in the microwave. Turkey meatballs browning up. And I think I had about 6 minutes on the timer before I started the microwave. Alright, change the scenery. We're in the living room. Here's my workout today. I am going to skip around on my schedule a little bit and actually do a workout that's going to take me 15 minutes to get in. But I do want you guys to see that I am definitely getting my workout in today. So best thing about home workouts is that there's absolutely no excuse for me not to get this in. And microwave is going, oven's still going, so what if I have to stop in the middle of my workout to go take care of beeping timers? I am still having a healthy meal today. Alright, look at those zoodles, and they are nice and tender. Perfect for me, and they kind of will keep cooking a little bit. Any of that excess water I will just drain out. So my meatballs are done. Went ahead and topped it here. Got my little sauce along with my zoodles. Just gonna kind of pour this right on top. Somehow. Make a mess. So I've got that all done. I'm kind of sparkling already from my workout. Got my lovely little dish all ready to go for the night. I'm gonna pack some yogurt along with some nuts. I'll pack a banana and some peanut butter, and I will be ready to go and to stay healthy and eating clean tonight while I'm at work. Y'all have a good day. Bye.